Good morning, everyone, and welcome to Spotlight here on 1480 WHBC. Pam Cook with you on this Wednesday morning. And we are live on Facebook at this very moment and also on YouTube. So if you want to check us out there, you can do that as well. Would appreciate it. And today, our Spotlight, the Lyons Lincoln Theater in Massillon. And I was just sharing with the executive director, Eric Myers, who is in studio with us this morning, that I had probably 5 minutes of fame on the stage at Lyons Lincoln Theater. And you know the part that I was talking about, right?
Yes. Mm-hmm.
And do you remember, what's the name of the young...
Well, the young man that you portrayed?
Yes.
That it's one of those. It'll come to you.
I know. It was the youngster, and he was the one yelling about the Music Man. And so Janet Creighton and myself and Kathy Catazero Perry all took turns doing the part. And I told you, I was scared to death, but it was so much fun. And if I wasn't so scared, I might do that more often. But I digress. So welcome, Eric. Thank you for coming in today.
Glad to be here. Thanks so much.
So tell me, first of all, before we start talking about the theater, I want to know a little bit about you and your background.
Well, I spent the bulk of my career, because I consider this like second phase now. Mm-hmm. I was an art and theater teacher.
Okay.
Taught in a number of area schools, but the whole time I was doing the theater, I was in Massillon.
Okay.
So I started directing musicals back in 1982 and joined the staff of Washington High School in 1992, and then was doing the programming in the theater as well as teaching art till 2020.
Wow. So it's in your blood, basically, right?
It is.
Yeah. And so then you decide to take this job with the Lyons Lincoln Theater. What drew you to the theater?
Well,
this theater.
Oh, okay. So to the Lincoln?
Yeah.
A lot of it, it's kind of like walking into the studio here. It's like walking back in time.
Yeah.
Because there's just a lot of history to the place, but also just knowing that they want to be a vibrant, active, engaged piece of the community.
Yeah.
And so we bring a lot of entertainment in, but we've also done mayoral debates. We've also done pieces that, like community theater groups want to perform there. So it gives everybody an opportunity to be involved. And we're right in the heart of downtown Massillon. So how do you miss us?
Yeah. And it's an awesome theater. I mean, like I said, and I've been there for other things besides being on stage, but, and the community, it's like really a deep thread in the community.
It is. Back in the mid-'80s, there was a risk of they were going to tear the building down.
Oh,
and
wow.
so it's called the Lyons Lincoln Theater because at that time, the Lions Club bought the building. I don't know what they paid for it. I've heard it was $1, but, rumors run rampant in Ohio. So they bought it, raised the funds, grants, foundation monies, private donations, whatever it took. And they did the restoration work on it and then ran it for a little bit. And then shortly after that, they formed a nonprofit theater board, and then they handed it off to that theater board. So the Lions Club doesn't technically own it,
okay,
but they are still an active part of it.
Now here, I kept thinking in my mind, I knew that, but I'm associating lions with tigers.
Sure.
Of course. And so that was kind of what went
Where
through
are the
my...
bears, right?
Yeah, right, exactly. But as you look at the theater, I mean, how large is the theater?
Well, it seats 681 people. Okay. When it was first built, we can go back a ways here now, because it was built, it opened November 23rd, 2015. So we're coming up on our 110th birthday.
Wow.
Yeah. And
1915.
1915.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah. So, 1915. And so we're 110 years old this year. And as a part of that, there's been, when it first opened, it was a silent movie theater.
Wow.
So we are one of the oldest purpose-built movie theaters in the United States. There are some others that are built right about the same time period. But they were built, we were built to be a movie theater. With now the Palace has the organ comes up out of the floor.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, ours didn't come up out of the floor, but there's a spot you can still see it if you go under the stage where that organist would sit, and so they could see the screen to be able to do the play along with the movies.
It.
Right. So at that time, because we have two areas that are box seats, lousy sight lines to see a movie, but you didn't sit in those if you were the mayor or a senator, somebody big in the community.
Mm-hmm.
You went there to be seen.
Okay.
Yeah, so originally it seated 1,100 people.
Okay.
But we put in older style but newer seats so they have that little bit of a recline.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it's not prop your feet up recline, but so something that a modern audience would be more interested in being seated in, because the original ones, you sat straight up and down.
Yeah. And they didn't apparently care about comfort.
Right. I don't know. So yeah, at that time we seated 1,100. Today we're at 681, but again, the aisles are a little wider. You know, there's a little more comforts considered in.
What other work has been done on the theater over the years?
Well, the stage has been expanded, because the original stage was probably 4 feet deep.
Oh my gosh.
Because it was a movie theater.
Right.
So
okay.
somebody would walk out, give a little news of the day kind of thing, what's happening in the community, talk a little bit about what was coming up for the movie, you know, what the movie was about, maybe sing a song or two, and they'd walk off stage. So it was only one person up there. So it didn't need a big stage. Then when the Lions Club bought it, they added some stage space out onto that. Actually, 10 Star Community Theater owned it for a time, and they built that stage out. And then the Lions bought it, you know, because 10 Star couldn't afford to keep it. Lions Club buys it. And since then they've added onto the stage too. I think we're as big as we're going to get, because right now we're about 40 some feet deep.
Yeah. And it's a pretty big, it's a big stage. You know, like I said, I was fearful, but it is. I mean, and the production of The Music Man was fabulous on that stage.
Yep. Yeah, and so we can do quite a variety of different events there, because we have that stage space to work with.
Right. And so, but do you show movies?
Oh yes.
There.
Yeah, we've got one come up, Muppet Christmas Carol.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
Advanced Industrial Roofing. Fred Horner is the owner, and he's a great supporter of the theater. If we have a roofing problem, he helps us with it without even question. But he's sponsoring a movie in December. I think it's the 13th, I believe. Let me take a quick look. Sounds right.
December.
Yeah, 12th. I'm sorry. Yeah,
12th.
December 12th.
Oh yes. Mm-hmm.
So we're showing the Muppet Christmas Carol.
I love that.
And so most of our movies are sponsored films. So if somebody wants to see them, you know, they'll help us out with the cost of it, because we have to license them.
Right.
It's just because you own the DVD doesn't mean we can show the movie.
To everybody and charge money for it, right?
Yeah,
yes.
right.
Yes. And also, I think you have something coming up tomorrow night, right? Isn't there a movie tomorrow night?
Yeah, there is a movie
documentary.
tomorrow night.
Yeah.
Right. It's Stark Men of Steel, which is about the steel industry in Stark County.
That's
so
cool.
It talks about Republic. It talks about Timken. The whole film was created by volunteers.
Wow.
And
that's
so,
awesome.
Yeah. So that's going on tomorrow night. Now that's at 6 o'clock. So it's an early showing. Okay. But they're only asking $7 for a ticket. So you want to learn a little more, or see if your family shows up in this movie?
Right.
Stop over at the Lincoln tomorrow night.
And there's a lot of people interested in that. Certainly, that's another part of history of Stark County is the steel industry for sure.
Because there were so many people involved in it. Like my dad was a metallurgist.
Okay.
My grandfather worked up in the pulpit running the steel through so everybody's got their story.
Yeah, for sure. That's awesome. I saw that when I went onto the website. I saw that and I loved it. And I thought, oh, what a great thing to be able to go over there, $7,
Right.
And enjoy yourself tomorrow night. All right, we've got a lot to talk about. There's all kinds of events coming up and so many different things, volunteer opportunities, and just want to fill you in on everything about the Lions Lincoln Theater. And we will continue to do that here on Spotlight on 1480 WHBC.
A tradition unlike any other in high school sports.
Floyd, the fullback, he's through the middle. He is away to the touchdown.
At the 45-yard line by Chris Beal. Foster's going to keep it into the end zone. Touchdown! It's off! Touchdown, Tigers!
Join us for our coverage of the 136th meeting between McKinley and Massillon, beginning with the All Care Stadium show Saturday at noon. Kickoff at 2 on 1480 WHBC and Mix 94.1 live from Tom Benson Stadium and live on the Altman Health Systems Alt Care YouTube Game of the Week.
I'm Nate Moore, head football coach of the Massillon Tigers.
This is former McKinley Bulldog Harold Fanning Jr. High school football on WHBC.
The Lions Lincoln Theater in downtown Massillon presents a wide variety of live performances each and every month. Toss in a classic film and you've got your home for entertainment. Visit lionslincolntheater.org for tickets and more information.
Northeast Ohio knows football, and Sarchone Auto Group knows Northeast Ohio. As an official partner of the Cleveland Browns, Sarchone Auto Group serves our community with the best selection and the best service. From Ford, Chevy, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram, and more. From the toughest trucks to the SUVs that fit your family. Sarchone Auto Group, an official partner of the Cleveland Browns, and the place where Northeast Ohio comes to drive. Visit Sarchone.com.
Hi, it's Angie Rohr with Rohr's Nursery. Fall is here and there's plenty of time to update your landscape and a great time to fertilize your lawn. The mums and pumpkins are rolling in and we have a great selection of trees, shrubs, and perennials to choose from. Check out our sales and discounts at both locations and be sure to stop by our gift shop on Portage Street for beautiful and unique home decor for the fall season. Visit us at Rohr's Nursery on Everhard Road, Rohr's Nursery on Portage Street, and rohrsnursery.com.
Rohr's Nursery. We want to be your number one.
Hey everyone, it's Eric from Grocery Outlet, inviting you to come down and shop. Whether it's game time or dinner time, Grocery Outlet has all your shopping needs covered for less. Get that winning feeling by cutting your grocery bill 40 to 70% on brand name items. There are fresh finds in every aisle like produce, meat, dairy, and organic items. You'll score big on savings at Grocery Outlet. Stop by our Canton location at 4844 Everhard Road and meet the Grocery Outlet team. At Grocery Outlet, there's always something to cheer about.
Grocery Outlet Bargain Market.
Hey folks, it's game day and the betting's gonna be intense, Drew.
You said it, Dave, but a good pregame routine keeps betting responsible.
That's right, you gotta pause before you play.
Good call. Sports betting is hot, but it can be risky.
And pausing to set limits is an all-star move.
That's right, Dave. If you bet on sports, pause before you play to set limits, recognize the risk, and know when to stop.
Learn more at pausebeforeyouplay.org.
Brought to you by Stark County Mental Health and Addiction Recovery. Luxurious Karastan flooring is just the footing you need to live beautifully. And now you can, with the National Karastan Month's Journey into Savings at Hosner Carpet One. Get stylish Karastan floors with up to $1,000 rebate back in selected Karastan styles at reduced prices, plus interest-free financing with equal monthly payments for 24 or 36 months. See store for details. Come experience the luxury of Karastan's carpet, hardwood, and luxury vinyl during Karastan's Journey into Savings at Hosner Carpet One, Stark County's preferred flooring since 1966.
Fall means football, and Bell Stores is game day ready. From Friday night lights to Sunday touchdowns, our kitchens are serving up crave-worthy meals fast. Burgers, deli sandwiches, chicken sandwiches, and hot Hunt Brothers pizza. Right now, Bell Buddy Rewards members can earn 3 cents off per gallon when purchasing a Hunt Brothers hunk of pizza and a 24-ounce Coca-Cola combo. When the crew's hungry for pizza, swing by Bell Stores. Ohio-owned and keeping the family on full. Offers and kitchen items available at participating Bell Stores. Check your local store for details.
Cashback is not available on gas in New Jersey and Wisconsin. $5,000. That's the average amount of money people in the U.S. are now spending on gas in a year. $5,000. That's crazy. If you drive, you have to download Upside, the free app that gives you cash back every time you get gas. That's right. You can earn real cash back with Upside just by buying the gas you're already buying. You can literally start earning cash back today.
I use Upside every time I fill up, and I've already made around $300.
You're putting gas in your car anyway. Why not get real cash back? If you like free money, download Upside.
I'm saving the cash I earn from using Upside to help pay for a vacation later this year.
Download the free Upside app now to earn cash back every time you buy gas. Use promo code BUY to get an extra 25 cents per gallon on your first tank. You can cash out anytime right to your bank, PayPal, or a gift card for Amazon and other brands. Just download the free Upside app and use promo code BUY for a 25 cents per gallon bonus on your first tank. That's code BUY for a 25 cents per gallon bonus.
Medicine Center pharmacies have been serving our local community for over 40 years. Our customers know they can count on our pharmacy staff, save money, and trust us. Stop by any of our Medicine Center pharmacy locations in Canton, Louisville, Minerva, and New Philadelphia, or visit us online at medshoprx.com.
The Horror on the Big Screen film series continues at the Canton Palace. This week's feature is Rosemary's Baby, shown only on Friday night. Get your tickets online or at the door and have a ghoulishly good time at the Canton Palace Theater. See more at cantonpalacetheater.org.
Now back to Spotlight on 1480 WHBC.
And welcome back to Spotlight. It is a wonderful Wednesday morning, and we're live on Facebook, also on our YouTube channel. Just search 1480 WHBC on YouTube, and you'll find us there. And we have in studio with us this morning Eric Myers, who's the executive director of the Lions Lincoln Theater. And we've just been talking about the the theater itself and the past, and just keeping it relevant, and also keeping it looking good, right?
It's always a challenge. I mean,
yeah.
And as we all age, it's like, okay, need a little touch up.
Little plaster here, little plaster here. Yes.
New paint job. Yeah. So we just got a grant to take care of the facade of the building. So, first impressions are always an important part.
Mm-hmm.
So we got that work done, and we've been working inside too. And so the one dressing room needed some freshening up. So we got that taken care of, and we've got other projects in place, that we're working towards funding as well.
Yeah, and it looks great. It really does look great. And when people are, we're going to talk about all the shows and the upcoming events. But when people are coming to the theater, where's the best place to park?
Well, the nice thing about Massillon is there are no parking meters. So on the street parking is easy.
Mm-hmm.
But we also have great neighbors. The Shears Company, their building's right next door. And if you look at the front of our building, there is a little driveway on the left side. And they've been great to us. They said, we're not in the office at the hours you're doing your show, so if people want to park there, so you go back that little drive, and there's a parking lot there. Now, if that one's full, you continue to go through, and right across the street behind us is another one of their parking lots.
Oh, great.
So it's short distance, as far as being able to walk.
Right.
Right out in front of us, there's a unloading area that is not for people to park in.
Mm-hmm.
So if you've got somebody that needs some help getting out, you can pull up there, help them get out of the vehicle, and then go around and park in one of those lots.
That's great.
Easy breezy.
Yeah. See, and that's, I think, making people aware of that. That's an important thing for us to do. All right. So we talked about tomorrow night in the Men of Steel, the documentary about the steel industry in Stark County. That's tomorrow night. So let's talk about some other things coming up. As I look at this, the candlelight, these are the candlelight events. Explain what that is.
Okay. So it's a string quartet. And they come in, and the whole stage is filled with candles. Now they're battery operated, so no fire concerns.
Hazard, yeah.
Right. And so they come in. They'll play. The string quartet plays different music depending upon their theme. So there's 2 shows on that evening. The one is a tribute to Adele, so it's all of her music. But again, it's string quartet playing their music. The second show that evening is classic Halloween tunes, so that kind of okay,
yeah.
Any Halloween themed music.
How fun!
Play.
Yeah.
Now that group comes in, as we were talking about earlier. They sell their own tickets, so you have to buy those online ahead of time.
Okay.
Now, if you have any problem doing that, because sometimes people are like, I can't navigate this site, give us a call at the theater, and I can walk you through it, or I can help you get that done and get the tickets there. Okay. So our number is 330-481-9105.
481-9105.
Right. And so, but that's a really fun show because they'll be back in December where they'll do Christmas related music. And so that's nice too because it's all theme related. It's great date night.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Okay.
Absolutely. It's fun. And if you go to the website and check it out, like Eric was saying, you'll see what we're talking about, first of all. But there is a way to buy tickets there if to buy them in advance, and it'll take you right through it. But you'll see what he's talking about, the candlelight events, and they're all labeled as such. So it's a haunted evening of Halloween classics, a tribute to Adele, and as Eric mentioned also, Christmas carols on strings. That would be so fun. Imagine how fun that would be to get you in the mood for the holidays and, know.
And that's what the one coming up in December then.
Yeah, so that'll be December 19th, right before Christmas. And but there's other things. You were saying off the air, you just want to have something for everyone, right?
Right. We've been diversifying what we've got going on. So, for example, come November, I've got DJ Houses of the Holy. That's a Led Zeppelin tribute. Okay?
There you go. Totally different.
If that's what, kind of music you're into, we've got it. DJ's Big Band. Now, they're a more local group, okay? So we bring in touring acts, but we also deliver more local performers as well because everybody's got their own genre that they kind of prefer. And so that's what we've tried to do is to fill those out. We've got a Christmas cabaret coming up with Spotlight. That's the name of the group, Spotlight. And so they're doing a Christmas cabaret. So it'll be a variety of music from Christmas time. That they'll be doing, and that's all vocals as opposed to the string pieces that we talked about a moment ago. And then on the 20th of November, we've got the Three Heath Brothers. Now, they're a contemporary Christian group.
Okay.
Okay, and they'll be touring in and bringing that show on that one.
It's funny. It's called Not So Silent Night.
Right, because these guys are vibrant and
fun.
Lots of energy.
That's great.
That they bring to the show. And then we got the Canton Concert Band on the 30th. So again, another local performance group. But as you can see, we're going from rock to big band to contemporary Christian, okay, into concert music.
Mm-hmm.
So a nice variety of things. And I think that's an important thing, because what are you interested in? We've got that for you.
Yeah, you have to go to the website, which is Lions Lincoln Theater, and it's theater spelled the old-fashioned way.
Right, with R-E.
T-R-E.
Right.
So .org, lionlincolnstheater.org, and check out all the shows that are being offered. Because I'm looking here, and I told you, the Muppets Christmas Carol, A Christmas Carol, that's December 12th. That just steals my heart right away, because I love that.
It's got a lot of slapstick, which the Muppets are famous
fun,
for.
Yeah.
But yeah.
And you can sing along,
Right.
everybody can sing along, and that's always a lot of fun too. And like we said, December 19th is another candlelight presentation, Christmas Carols on Strings. Christmas Time with the Eagles, that would be an Eagles tribute band, I would imagine.
Yeah, they're coming in. They'll be playing classic Eagles music, but then they also want to put in some Christmas songs that done in an Eagles style. So the same vocal feel to it, same instrumentation, but Christmas songs.
Okay.
So it'll be a mix.
I'm noticing that on the candlelight, several of these, they do 2 in one night.
Correct.
Okay.
Yeah. So if you're purchasing a ticket, you're buying for one or the other. So
if you want to stay.
Yeah. For the one coming up, they'll usher you out, and then you go back in with another ticket.
Okay. Because I'm looking at the one on the 19th. You have Christmas Carols on Strings
at 6:15.
At 6:15, and 8:45 is a tribute to Queen.
Right.
Fun.
Now, I'm not sure exactly how that fits Christmas, but
it's okay.
They'll figure that out. They'll bring a great show. They've been with us before, and they always bring a nice show to us.
Yeah, that should be awesome. I mean, that would be a great evening. A lot of fun stuff there. So again, lionslincolntheater.org, and you can get tickets online. And give them the phone number again, Eric.
330-481-9105.
All right, we'll be back with more. We'll take a break for the news, and then we'll continue with Spotlight on 1480 WHBC.
The Lions Lincoln Theater in downtown Massillon presents a wide variety of live performances each and every month. Toss in a classic film and you've got your home for entertainment. Visit lionslincolntheater.org for tickets and more information.
Hello, I'm Mayor Bill Scheer, and I respectfully ask for your vote for Issue 8 to support our beautiful Canton parks and recreation system. On November 4th, the citizens of Canton have a tremendous opportunity to continue to provide quality parks and recreational services for the community by voting for Issue 8. Our quality of life is important in Canton, and our kids, senior citizens, and families deserve a high-quality parks and recreational system with your continued support. A yes vote for Issue 8 allows us to continue to provide our community with exceptional parks and services, including operations, maintenance, recreational programs, and capital improvements. Issue 8 will continue to fund community centers, the J. Babe Stern Community Center, and the Edward Peel Coleman Center as viable places for our children to experience positive activities. Please join us on November 4th when we keep Canton moving forward by voting for Issue 8. Our kids are counting on all of us. Paid for by Canton Park Levy Committee.
When people think sleep apnea, they think CPAP. Now at Advent, we do all we can to help sleep apnea sufferers avoid the CPAP machine. And most sleep apnea sufferers who come to Advent are going to be able to avoid a CPAP altogether. Our unique Advent approach using simple in-office solutions can get your nose working and throat open all under one roof. You see, the root of every snoring and obstructive sleep apnea problem lies within the throat, nose, or both. At Advent, we know when we get the nose and throat working properly, most snoring and sleep apnea problems will subside. And we have the most simple and convenient, ultra-effective in-office solutions that can do just that. And this is why people have traveled by planes, trains, and automobiles from corners of the world you would never think of to find the sleep apnea and snoring relief you won't find elsewhere.
Go to adventknows.com to schedule your appointment, because Advent knows when you breathe well, you live better.
Advent
Most insurance accepted.
MCTV makes it easy to connect to the people in life you love with Accelerate Fiber. With speeds up to 1 gigabit, you'll get reliability and service only your local provider can deliver. Want to connect your entire home? Add MCTV Whole Home Wi-Fi powered by Plume Home Pass and experience consistent connections for you and your entire family. Make the switch today. Visit mctvohio.com. MCTV, we go the extra smile.
Let's go! You're still glowing, flirting, grooving. You still got it. But your immune system weakens as you age, making it harder to fight flu, pneumococcal pneumonia, RSV, and COVID-19. Vaccines are a key part of any health routine and help strengthen your immune response. Ask your doctor or pharmacist which vaccines you need. Schedule in minutes at vaxassist.com. Sponsored by Pfizer.
Lunchtime just turned in the starting lineup. At Old Carolina Barbecue, the official barbecue of football, we're calling the right plays all week long. Monday, a pulled pork sandwich, regular side, and a drink for just $10. Tuesday, double points for True Q Reward members. Wednesday, save $5 on all family meals after 4 p.m. And Thursday, 1/3 pound certified Angus beef burgers with fresh cut fries for $10. Dine in, eat well, and fuel up for the rest of your day. Find your nearest OC and review the playbook at oldcarolina.com.
Hi, this is Jim Snyder of the Your Wealth, Your Retirement program, a financial education show for those seeking guidance. Are you retiring soon? Are you in the middle of changing jobs? Maybe you're just done with all of that risk in the 401k plan and you'd like to have a discussion about an early rollout. Maybe you're 70 and a half and you're in your income phase of your IRA. We can help you with all those. Give us a call at Senior Financial Group at 800-639-0824. That's 800-639-0824.
Call Crown Heating and Cooling today. With Crown, estimates are always free. Let them show you how much you can save when you trust the carrier experts at Crown. Call 330-499-4988 or visit them on the web at crowngroupohio.com. Ohio license number 27133.
Don't be afraid of your water. Call the experts at Ferndale Water today. Ferndale Water experts have been fixing scary water problems for over 65 years. For water you can rely on to be clean, clear, and great tasting. Call Ferndale Water experts today.
WHBC AM Canton, reliable as ever on News Talk 1480 WHBC.
From the News Talk 1480 WHBC newsroom, more than a dozen men from the Cleveland area facing charges after another human trafficking sting. 13 suspects arrested this time during a one-day undercover operation led by Solon Police and the Northeast Ohio Human Trafficking Task Force. Those arrested range in age from 28 to 70. Officials say two of the men specifically facing felony charges for attempting to buy sex with two they believed were minors. Task Force also identified 9 potential trafficking victims and recovered 2 missing children. A man pardoned by President Donald Trump for his role in the January 6 Capitol riot was arrested Saturday for threatening to kill House Minority Leader Hakeem Jeffries. Christopher Moynihan from upstate New York charged with making a terroristic threat after allegedly sending text messages on October 17th saying he would kill Jeffries when the congressman made a speech in New York City. He also said he wouldn't care if he had to die trying. Moynihan was convicted in 2022 of obstructing an official proceeding after breaking through security and entering the Capitol on January 6. Video shows he was one of the first ones in. Representative Jamie Raskin said the Trump administration is responsible for what happens with the pardoned rioters, adding that the country has a serious problem with political violence. In sports, Cleveland Cavaliers open a brand new season tonight. They're in New York to take on the Knicks. 6:30 pregame, 7 o'clock tip-off. I'm Pam Cook.
Your severe weather station, News Talk 1480 WHBC.
Here's your AccuWeather forecast. Today, expect mostly cloudy skies, breezy conditions, and chilly temperatures with a possible shower. The high will reach 48. Tonight will be partly cloudy with a low of 42. Tomorrow, there might be a morning shower in some areas. Otherwise, anticipate breezy and chilly weather with a mix of clouds and sunshine, reaching a high of 50 on Friday. Prepare for cold temperatures with intervals of clouds and sun with a high of 49. With the AccuWeather forecast, I'm meteorologist Joe Lundberg for News Talk 1480 WHBC.
Now back to Spotlight on 1480 WHBC.
It is Spotlight on this Wednesday morning. Pam Cook with you this morning. And also we have with us the executive director of the Lions Lincoln Theater, Eric Myers. And we're talking about all the wonderful things that are happening at the theater and what's been done just to keep it, looking good and, not showing its wrinkles or anything like that. Right. But Eric, we were talking about all the different shows, and folks can go to the website and take a look at all those. We'll go over some more of them here coming up. But talk about the Lions annual show, the annual show.
So the annual show is their major fundraiser.
Okay.
Because each Lions Club has their own type of fundraiser. Some of them will do, raffles, or they'll do, whatever it is. But this one, the Massillon Lions, they do an annual show. They've been doing it for, I have to say, at least since the 1940s. And so they've been at it quite a while. And that's their major fundraiser, which helps them with their site programs that they sponsor, help kids especially with, if they can't tell that there's a site, it's like this child's having trouble, in school. So they're helping to, and then they're not doctors, but they can do a basic test and refer them then to a doctor that can help them.
Okay.
And so that program is their fundraiser to help make that programming happen.
Okay.
And so that show is going to happen the last full weekend in February, and then the weekend following that ends March 1st.
Okay.
So they'll do two shows. This year,
The Addams Family?
Well, it's the Lions Family.
The Lions Family. Okay.
And so that's a theme for the show. It's always lots of jokes, plenty of singing.
Like a variety show,
It's a nice
sort of.
variety show. It really is. And so they've got that show. They're putting it together. It'll be the rehearsals for that will start early January.
Okay. And can you get tickets? How do you get tickets for that? Through the Lions Club? Is that how that
Lions
works?
Club primarily, but it'll also
Okay.
be up on our webpage once they've got all the details worked out. You won't see it there yet because I always wait on that artwork just because it's a good attention.
Yeah. Yeah, and people love it. And we were also talking about the marquee because, there's like this big game going on, I think, this Saturday afternoon. And
Yeah, I've heard that.
so Tiger fans are getting ready for that and the parade. And how does the theater fit into all of that? You just
So what we do is because there's a big parade Friday evening. Okay, so we're not obviously going to be open doing a performance because the downtown is taken over by that parade.
Right.
But I make sure the marquee is lit up, drawing an awareness for all those people that are downtown. You'll see the neon on, the blinking lights all happening. And as we were talking earlier, those lights that blink, those are all LED lights. They're individual bulbs, and we got a private donor who wanted to see that thing continue to operate.
Nice.
And so because I don't know that it was one particular person, they decided that they would sponsor replacing those lamps. And so they're saying on those bulbs that they are good for if you had them on 3 hours a day, they'd last you 30 years. Well,
wow.
I think we're good for quite a while on light bulbs. But then the neon that lights up the word Lincoln on each side. Okay, so that part we turn on when there's a show going on. The day of a show, we'll turn that all on. Okay, well, for the parade, we're going to have it on.
Yes.
And then the big screen, those are on all the time. So
right.
Yeah. So that way, then you know what shows are coming up. You'll know if there's other sponsors that they'll put their advertising on that screen also. So if somebody's interested in that, we can work with you on
okay,
putting
great.
those on our marquee.
Yeah, and that marquee is awesome. I mean, it's very iconic.
It really is.
Very iconic. And so to have it on, like I was saying, during the parade, people are taking pictures all the time. And so that's pretty cool to have that up and running.
Right. So we're, making sure people know we're still a working entity. We're still here and we're still making things happen.
Yeah. Open for business.
That's right.
So let's talk a little bit about, donations and volunteering and all that kind of stuff, because obviously you have a lot of great donors who are helping you out, but you can always use more, right?
Absolutely. Because like I said, we're 110 years old. Okay. And so the one company stepped forward with those light bulbs. Okay. The roofing company helps us keep an eye on things to keep it dry inside. But then we're also looking at things like the women's restroom, for example. There's no handicapped accessible stall in there. I mean, it's 110 years old. It's still the same basic footprint. So we've looked at ways that we can make that happen. So we can use that space, but bring in an ADA compliant restroom that way.
Yeah.
And so just because we're 110 doesn't mean we have to stay back then.
Yeah.
We're still the same footprint, but a different use of the space. So somebody helping us with that financing. Getting somebody that's handicapped on the stage, at this point, unless we're picking up their chair and setting them up on stage. So we figured out a way to do that, building a door into the wall on the outside of the building to bring them so they could roll directly onto stage.
Gotcha.
So there's lots of accommodation stuff that we could easily do, but it comes down to money.
Mm-hmm.
And so we're always looking for donors to help us with those kind of things, but we're also looking for people willing to donate their time.
Yeah.
And so volunteers I've got a great set of volunteers that help with ushering. They're funny as anything. They're great. They're great people to work with. Same with concessions. Yeah, everybody there other than myself, everybody is a volunteer.
Okay.
None of them get paid, but they get paid with lots of thank yous.
Yeah,
and of course,
get to enjoy the place.
And a free bag of popcorn.
That's all it matters. That's all that matters.
And so helping out with those kind of things, especially. Now, if you're a little gun shy on, community interactions, there's always some spot that needs paint, applied to a wall,
mm-hmm.
A little rebuild on something, just some
upkeep.
repair work. Yeah.
Yeah.
Just like taking care of your home.
So when you're funded, how is the theater funded? Just by donations? How does that work?
It's entirely that.
Wow.
Yeah. We're a 501c3, which means we're a nonprofit organization. Everything we do is based on donations that people give us, grants that we apply for and receive, because we don't always get all of them, what we're asking for. But if you don't ask, you don't get. But also beyond that, we're also looking at private, people, like I said, helping us out.
Mm-hmm.
Because that's worth money, just having those people there to help make the programming, because the programming is what covers a lot of the bills.
Right.
Because it costs $5,000 a month just to keep the place. Wow. That's, water, electric, the gas bill.
Mm-hmm.
Think of the bills you pay for your house. Yeah. We have those, times whatever because of the size of the building.
Yeah.
So our goal with the programming we do is to cover that, and then make a little extra to cover some of the repairs. Doesn't always cover all the repairs, but that's why we asked for that help.
And so donations, obviously, if you're out there and you're thinking about making a donation, you can probably earmark it, but you could also just say, here's a donation, use as you see fit, right?
Correct. Yeah, and by all means, give us a call, and we can talk about, here's what we've got going on that we're looking at, like that restroom,
mm-hmm.
okay, just to make some improvements, make it more user-friendly for everybody. I mentioned earlier that we had redone a dressing room backstage, so that helps out the performers. And then there are projects that help out the public that comes to the event, too.
Yeah.
So that way, then, everybody benefits.
Yeah, and more performers want to come, and more people want to come, right?
Yeah, so that's really our
trickle-down effect.
Right, that's our goal, is to make it a welcoming place for everyone.
And if people want to donate or they want to volunteer or they have questions, I see on here that you can rent the theater too.
You can. Some of the groups that perform, such as the Candlelight, okay, they rent the theater.
Okay.
And then they bring their event and we host them.
What a great idea.
Yeah.
Okay.
So it plays off really well.
Mm-hmm.
But individuals have rented the theater as well. We've had weddings there.
Oh, nice.
Because they just want a different kind of feel to it.
Yes.
It's all, let's talk about it.
Mm-hmm.
What's your interest? What would you like to do?
Yeah.
And like you said, if you look at our website, Lions Lincoln Theater, THEATRE, lionslincolntheater.org, at the top, across the top of the page, it's got where you can make a donation. It's got where there's volunteer opportunities, lots of different possibilities there. Gift certificates. Christmas is coming.
I was going to say, I love that idea.
And those are good. Like, you can buy them and then redeem them for any number of different shows. There are a few, like the Candlelight one, because they sell their own tickets.
They're separate, yeah.
But if you see it on our page and you click on it and it takes you to, and it still has Lions Lincoln Theater in the name, it might say Ticket Tailor, because that's who we sell tickets through.
Okay.
But if it takes you to, like, the Candlelight webpage,
that doesn't work there.
Right.
Yeah.
So if you're interested in that, also there's that e-newsletter sign up,
mm-hmm.
and that's perfect for if you want to get on our email list, where we'll send you out each month. I send out a list of, here's the shows for this month, and then we'll send you one here's if there's a special one going on that week, here's what's happening this week just individually. So first you get the whole list of the month, and then you get each week, this is the one for this week, in case you forgot about those because it was early in the month, and it's like, I have to remember that.
And I think the gift certificates, that's a great opportunity for folks because, you may know what you like, but somebody else, maybe you think, well, I don't know, maybe they'd like that one, maybe they like that one. So you could just give the gift certificate and they can pick whatever they want.
And with the diversity of offerings, from Muppet movies to, country music to big band to rock and roll, they get to pick from a nice selection.
Yeah, that's great. And more to come for sure. All right, we'll take our final break. And when we come back, we'll finish up Spotlight this morning. We are live on Facebook and on YouTube talking about the Lions Lincoln Theater here on 1480 WHBC.
The Lions Lincoln Theater in downtown Massillon presents a wide variety of live performances each and every month. Toss in a classic film and you've got your home for entertainment. Visit lionslincolntheater.org for tickets and more information.
9 out of 10 people who suffer cardiac arrest outside the hospital don't survive. But we can change that together. Join the American Heart Association at the 2025 Stark County Heart Walk, Saturday, October 25th at Kent State Stark. Every walker, every donation means more CPR training, more research, and more lives saved. Take the first step. Register now at heart.org/Stark Heart Walk. I walk to save lives. You can too.
Are you facing plumbing problems? Trust the plumbing experts at Koblenz Plumbing, Northeast Ohio's reliable choice for over 30 years. At Koblenz, quality is our promise, backed by our 5-star Google rating. And right now, we're offering an unbeatable deal. $0 diagnostic fee with any repair during normal business hours. From leaky faucets to underground projects, we've got you covered. Hot water heaters, water filtration, sump pumps, and more. Why wait? Call Koblenz Plumbing today at 330-877-8989. Koblenz Plumbing, your trusted plumbing experts for over 30 years.
Progressive knows road trips without your pet can be tough.
Hi, this is Next Stop Dog Boarding.
Hi, it's Scott again. How's Squeaks doing? You can tell if he's stressed by his eyebrows. Oh, and his breathing should sound like this.
Scott, Squeaks is exactly the same as last time you called.
Okay, let's talk in 20 to see if anything's changed.
With Progressive, your pet is covered up to $1,000 in vet bills in case of a car accident. So next time, you can take your pet with you. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and affiliates, not available in all states. Coverage for dogs and cats is included with the purchase of collision coverage and subject to policy terms.
Let's go! You're still glowing, flirting, grooving. You still got it. But your immune system weakens as you age, making it harder to fight flu, pneumococcal pneumonia, RSV, and COVID-19. Vaccines are a key part of any health routine and help strengthen your immune response. Ask your doctor or pharmacist which vaccines you need. Schedule in minutes at VaxAssist.com. Sponsored by Pfizer.
Honey, that flu keeping you up? Did you take NyQuil Intense Flu?
Nah, I got this. Okay, I don't got this.
Yeah, you need NyQuil Intense Flu.
Undo your flu with NyQuil Intense Flu. NyQuil Intense Flu provides powerful relief of your flu symptoms so you can sleep.
You do got this.
NyQuil Intense Flu. The nighttime sniffling, aching fever. Best sleep with the flu medicine. Use as directed. Keep out of reach of children.
When looking for the highest standard of HVAC service and care, turn to Reliable Heating and Cooling, your local Lennox Premier dealer. Premier dealer status means you are certain to be working with a company with the highest level of training, professionalism, and customer satisfaction. Right now, get up to $1,800 in rebates on a new Lennox system, plus receive up to $2,600 in federal tax credits. Call today at 330-833-2651 or visit reliableheatingandcooling.com to learn more. Conditions apply. See dealer for details.
License number 19758.
Coverage varies by plan. View contracts and exclusions at endurancewarranty.com.
This is an announcement to all United States vehicle owners who own a 2003 or newer vehicle with a manufacturer's warranty about to expire, or no warranty coverage at all. With a struggling economy and the cost of living on the rise, Endurance is now offering an affordable, low-cost vehicle coverage plan to the general public. As of today, you could be one of millions of drivers that now may qualify to have your vehicle protected under this coverage and have all future covered auto repairs paid directly to the repair shop for you. You pick your plan. You pick your deductible. You even pick the repair shop. Roadside service, towing, and rental coverage is included. Get your vehicle protected now and save your wallet from costly vehicle repairs. A toll-free number has been established for you to call for your free 5-minute quote and to see if you qualify. The number to call is 800-260-1679. 800-260-1679. Again, that's 800-260-1679.
Now back to Spotlight on 1480 WHBC.
All right, our final segment this morning, talking about the Lions Lincoln Theater in Massillon, and Executive Director Eric Myers here with me this morning, and such a bit of history that is the Lions Lincoln Theater. Maybe if folks are just tuning in at this point, Eric, and they kind of missed that background that we talked about at the beginning of the show, maybe you can share that a little bit with us again.
Sure enough. So the theater was built, opened for business November 23rd, 1915. So we're coming up on our 110th birthday. It was started as a movie theater, very small stage, seated 1,100 people, but the seats were straight back and close together. Okay, and so over time, flavors change, and so when the Lions Club took it over, because it was going to be turned into a parking lot, and the Lions Club said no, and they took it over and did the restoration work.
Thank
on
goodness.
It. Yeah, and. So then the seating got reconfigured a little bit. The stage got built out over the, even up to the time they got it. It had been built out, and then they built it out a little more. I think we're as big as we're going to get with the stage-wise. But we seat 681, and so it's a nice-sized theater, has a nice, comfortable feel.
Yeah.
Because it's not so large that you feel like great acoustics, because it was built for silent movies. It was a pre-microphone building. And so, like right now, if I stand on stage and I'm just talking in a normal tone of voice, that volume to somebody, anybody clear in the back can hear everything I'm saying.
Wow. That's amazing.
Yeah. So
That's amazing.
Yeah. So it still has the old style feel to it, because the architecture was restored to that look. But like we've been talking about, part of what we're working on right now is just giving it some contemporary amenities. So like the women's restroom we were talking about, same size, just reconfiguring a little bit so that we can make it handicapped accessible.
Yeah.
Over time we've added the concession area. It used to be in the inner lobby. Okay, but now when you come in, you look off to the left. There was a dress shop in that part of the building.
Okay.
So a doorway got cut into that, and so now the concession is over there.
Yeah.
So over time there've been a few adjustments, but it still feels like you're in that time period.
And there's not a bad seat in the house.
No, there really isn't.
Because they took away those boxes.
Right. Yeah, we're only 22 seats wide.
Wow. That's amazing when you think about that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so, like the left-hand side, there's 6 seats, then an aisle, then 10 seats across, then an aisle. So you're not walking distances off the aisle either. So if you need to step out real quick, you need that second box of candy.
Yeah, exactly.
You can grab that really easily.
Yeah, that's fantastic. And so we were talking about there are live shows there, but still showing the movies too,
That's right. This coming Thursday, so tomorrow.
Tomorrow, yeah.
Stark Men of Steel, about the steel industry in Stark County. Okay, that's being played at 6:00. And then coming up in December, I think it's the 12th, we'll have Muppet Christmas Carol. So, some movies going on. Those are all sponsored films, okay? Because as we talked earlier, if you're going to play a movie, you have to pay the license to do it.
Right. So it costs money, is what he's saying.
And so that's why, we keep the ticket prices low. Like the Stark Men of Steel is $7. Muppet Christmas Carol, that's a $5 movie.
You can't beat that.
Like,
you can't beat it.
Bring your bring $10, because that way you got popcorn.
Popcorn money, yeah.
Yeah,
And if kids have never seen that movie before,
Right.
that's a great opportunity.
Right, especially on the big screen, because it takes on a whole different feel.
Sure does. It sure does.
When you're there with your friends and so we'd start those, like the Stark Men of Steel will be at 6:00. Okay, but then Muppet Christmas Carol, that'll start at 7. So it's not, and it's on a Friday evening, so it's not so late that a younger audience could, parents bring their kids, come see that movie.
Yeah.
Have a great time doing it too.
And we were talking about, obviously, the parades coming up this Friday, the parade for the Massillon-McKinley game, McKinley-Massillon game, whatever you call it.
Right.
And also, of course, the holiday parade in Massillon coming
up. Right, is November 22nd.
Okay.
And so with all of those, they block off the streets and bring the parade down through town. So you won't see the Lincoln open on those evenings. simply because it'd be tough to get into the theater itself because there's that interest right outside our doors.
Yeah.
But we're busy every other weekend that we can.
And the lights will be on, folks.
That's right. If you see the marquee lit up, the word Lincoln blinking with neon and the flashing lights going on around the display board, we got something going on. And you should stop in and take a look.
Yeah, check it out. Check it out. And what about go over purchasing tickets for events again, because it's different for different things.
Yeah. So if you're going to, if you go online to the lionslincolntheater.org, you'll see what we're offering. Now, make sure you look for that one, like you'll see 6 little boxes, okay, and you can click on any one of those for the shows that are more immediate. But then you see view more events.
Mm-hmm.
You can keep clicking on view more events, because as soon as a group's interested in coming, we get them on there. So you can see what's coming up as far out as like next April.
Wow. Yeah, you were saying you were 2026 working on it, obviously, scheduling a lot in 2026 already.
Right. So you click on one of those, and it tells you a little bit about the show, and then there's a button that says buy tickets on that individual show's page. Yeah. Then you can look at the seating chart, and you can see which seat would you like. Now, if it's turned gray, okay, then that gray one means it's already sold. But if it's in color, okay, then that's an available seat. Now, some shows, and I believe the one you're looking at now, the DJ's Rock and Roll Big Band, I think that's a general admission show.
Okay.
All right, so you're just going to see where you can buy tickets. Other than a couple of shows, like the Candlelight one, okay, or let me think, there was one other one. Oh, the Three Heath Brothers. We're selling those. So we can sell you tickets. You can buy them online ahead of time, or you can come in that night. So if it's like, hey, you know what? I thought we had something to do tonight, but we don't. We'd like to, let's go see what's happening at the Lincoln. Let's go down there. Okay, so most of the shows, I'm going to say 95% or even greater, you can buy a ticket the night of the show. We'll get you in. Okay?
That's great.
The ushers will show you directly to your seat. It's not one of those you have to go hunting. We're there to help you make this a great evening for you. Now, the other thing I want to tell you, too, is sometimes people say, I bought the ticket, but I don't know what I did with it. Okay? We keep a door list.
Ah, there you go.
So if you bought a ticket, I figure people do not plan on coming to a show to get stressed out.
Right.
So we keep that door list. You come in, show us your ID so we know it's really you. We'll find your name on that list. It's got your seat number that you purchased, and we'll take you to that seat.
That's so good for all of us who can't remember things. That's awesome. I love it. So, again, tons of upcoming events, a lot going on. Just check out the website at lionslincolntheater.org and the phone number?
330-481-9105.
All right. Thank you, Eric, so much for coming in.
Oh, glad to be here.
The Lions Lincoln Theater in downtown Massillon presents a wide variety of live performances each and every month. Toss